Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Batliner, and I am excited to share this story that's called Izzy Gizmo. I want you to really look at the illustrations of this story because they really are amazing. Our story is written by Pip Jones, and it is illustrated by Sarah Ogilvie. Take a look at this illustration. Every time I look at it, I notice something different. Can you find the badminton racket? A saw? There's so many different things in this illustration. Izzy Gizmo, a girl who loved to invent, carried her tool bag wherever she went, in case she discovered a thing to be mended or a gadget to tweak to make it more splendid. Look at all the gadgets that she has there. It's amazing. But the trouble with things that have dials and switches is they usually don't work. They have certain glitches. The T-Mendis, for instance, did such a fine job till out popped a piston and dropped off a knob. Uh-oh, can you see that? Take a look at Izzy. Then the swirly Spagsonic for eating spaghetti turned Grandpa's wallpaper into confetti. So take a look at that gadget. It's supposed to help her eat her spaghetti. But look what happens. All the forks go to the wallpaper and it shreds the wallpaper. Also, you can see, look at the tea gadget. Oh my goodness, it's like killing the plants. The Beard-tastic had Grandpa nearly perfectly styled, till the foam overflowed and the clippers went wild. Look at that gadget. Well, Isabel, who was so clever and bright, would get rather cross when things didn't go right. And she huffed, "It's too tough. I've had it. I quit." She kicked her invention and called it a twit. Has she used perseverance in this story yet? I don't think so. When things didn't work, she just quit. Isabel fumed. Grandpa smiled and chuckled. "You can't just quit 'cause that thingy bob buckled. Now trust me, young lady, sometimes you need to try again and again if you want to succeed." Oh my goodness, look at what her contraption did to Grandpa's hair. Did he seem to mind? No. He's like, listen, you have to try again if you want to succeed. Take a look at Izzy. She does not look very happy. Perhaps Grandpa was right, but still Isabel sighed. She picked up her tool bag and wandered outside. Kicking the stones on the path as she walked, Izzy jumped at a bump. Up ahead, something squawked. I love her umbrella hat. From the clouds, a poor crow had taken a tumble and landed kapoof in a feathery jumble. Boys and girls, what is kapoof called? Can you remember? Yes, it's an onomatopoeia. Look at that poor crow. Izzy ran to the vet's, but he just shook his head. "His wing is too broken to fix," the doc said. "Perhaps take him home and there you could try to teach him to live as a crow who can't fly." How do you think that crow would feel if he couldn't fly anymore? Yeah, I think he'd be super sad. Day after day, Izzy thought she had found something fun for her crow to do on the ground, like digging for worms and racing fat slugs, hopscotch and hoopla, and searching for bugs. But the heartbroken crow simply gazed at the sky as the other birds sang and flew happily by. Look at that contraption she has for searching for bugs. I think it's amazing. Ah, look at the bug that's by the magnifying glass. It's making him look so big. One night with the crow in the folds of her sweater, Izzy sighed. Oh, I wish I could make him feel better. I've tried. He won't play. He won't drink. He won't eat. She was so very close to admitting defeat. So look at all the things that she gave him to eat. He wouldn't eat anything. And the games that she played with him. Grandpa said, Izzy, don't give up now. I know you can do it. Just work out how. Then Grandpa passed Izzy her gadgety things, and she knew what to do. I'll invent some new wings. Izzy piled up her books, and she started to read. Then she made a long list of the things she would need. So look, she has a book on machines, a big book of aerodynamics, circuits and wires, this way up. I love that contraption that she has to read too. She searched for some batteries and old electronics, dismantled a mixer and a swirly Spagsonic. The crow watched entranced, and he held Izzy's drill while she bent, bashed, and battered and walloped until... Boys and girls, we really haven't talked about it lately, but bent, bashed, and battered. Can you remember what that's called? Yeah, that's an alliteration, and that's when you have like letters that are in a row 2 or more times. So bent, bashed, battered. Ta-da! Izzy fastened the wings with a strap, but they hummed and they twitched, far too heavy to flap. So look at what she did. Just take a look at all of those things for her gadget. But why couldn't he fly with them? Yeah, they were too heavy for him. Ah! Izzy yelled. I'm no good at succeeding. The crow softly cawed, his beady eyes pleading. What now? Izzy cried. Try again, Grandpa said. Okay, follow me. And with that, off she sped. Izzy dove in a pond where she borrowed a pump. Then she took from an engine 2 sprockets, a sump. Uh-oh, take a look what she's doing. Izzy fastened the wings. They were light, they were curvy. But the wings, the wrong shape, turned the crow topsy-turvy. Oh no, look at that. They were light, but when he went to flap, he turned upside down. I give up, Izzy yelled with a furious frown. The crow sadly cawed as he hung upside down. Izzy unscrewed the head from the shower, found special circuits to adjust the wing's power. And finally, using her trusty old pliers, she borrowed the motors from 2 big blow dryers. So look at all the stuff she's doing. Yes, Izzy said, the right shape, perfect weight. But one wing flapped madly. The crow couldn't fly straight. Oh no, look at Izzy at the bottom. I I've had it, yelled Izzy, heading straight for a bin, but the crow blocked her path. He just wouldn't give in. So, boys and girls, who had perseverance during all of this? Yeah, the crow. Remember, Izzy wants to give up after every time it doesn't work, but the crow would not let her give up. Look at all those illustrations and all of those gadgets that she has. Izzy twizzled and tinkered, and using his beak, the tip-tapping crow gave the screws a good tweak. Then he loosened the cog from Grandpa's old mixer. You can fly, Izzy cried. Oh, your name should be Fixer. So look, it finally worked. After 2 loop-the-loops, Fixer came into land and stood happily cawing upon Izzy's hand. You tried very hard, Grandpa said, and succeeded. You kept at it, Izzy. You did what was needed. But don't pack your tools up. Your day's not quite ended. Uh-oh, what happened there in that illustration? Do you remember when she took all the things out of the hair dryers? A few things around here now need to be mended. Oh no, look at all that stuff. The bikers came to get their things fixed. Because as she was trying to get things to work, she ended up taking their things. So once again, we've learned that sometimes when you have dedication pages, they can be at the end. So this is for Isabella Grace and Isabella B. And that's from Pip Jones. And then for Sita, Danny, and Holger was from our Ogilvy, the illustrator. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope that you realize that things get frustrating when you don't exactly know what you're doing, but you just have to keep at it, and you have to keep working, right? That's that great word, perseverance. I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope you also noticed that it rhymed at the end of the word, so it was great reading that with the rhyme. It just makes the story a little bit more fun. All right, I will catch you the next time.